The voice of street fighting is back. The whisper in your girl's ear. The yearning in your baby mama's bed sheets.
You taller than me, aren't you?
I'm 6'3". 6'3", 200 pounds right now.
Yeah, I'm only 6 foot, so you got 3 inches of height on me. I'm probably longer than you by 3 inches, so it evens out.
Boom! Defeated!
The reigning champ, 619.
Hey, can I ask a question now, Wero?
Absolutely, sir. Fuck
How
you.
good, real line, how good did it feel to beat the dog shit out of the Canadians?
We are back, culeros. Woo, doggy nephew.
What's up, everybody? It is Wero. So, as you can tell, 619 is not in attendance right now. He has some things he's got to take care of. He's looking to get a promotion at the gym as the head boxing trainer over there, so he's talking to him about that tonight. So we will not have him tonight. Prince KT is going to be on in a little bit, filling in. So we will get that, get the show moving. As you guys can see, we have a solid little show tonight. So we got Free Smoke and Crazy Legs. We're going to do a fight breakdown for their fight that they just had. And we have Myra Diaz in the house tonight in the studio, and she's going to be talking about her upcoming fight. Now, last week we had a girl named Kayla Reagan on. Kayla Reagan, possibly. Can't remember. Kayla. And this is her opponent. Myra's her opponent. So we chopped it up with Kayla, but now we're going to chop it up with Myra. So let's bring her on out. What's up, buddy?
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. So tell us a little bit about you, real quick, your background and everything like that.
Well, I am a 23-year-old. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 6 years. When I was younger, I did like Tong Sudo, which a lot of people don't know what that is, but it's like a Korean alliance type of like martial arts. And then I've dabbled in like Muay Thai and stand-up throughout the 6 years that I did jiu-jitsu. But like nothing crazy until they were like, you should like get into fighting. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. Like, I tend to fall into peer pressure a lot. I'm like, I'll do it.
They just talked you into the fighting.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I can't wait to see you in there.
Yeah, and that's kind of all it takes, isn't it? Because then your brain starts rolling. You're like, you know what? And one day you're all, I can't wait to see me in there either. Yeah, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So, jiu-jitsu, 6 years, you said.
Yes.
How did that come about? How did you get into that?
Well, I was playing sports in high school, and then I didn't have anything to do afterwards. And my dad's like, oh, your brother's doing this. Do you want to try it? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll try it. And I've always been really decent at fighting. Like, I'm pretty good at fighting. Like, I'm just instincts are there. And I stuck with it. My brother got into music, and I just kept doing it. And I've just been in and out ever since, like, doing jiu-jitsu.
Okay. No, that's dope. That's dope. So, peer pressure again.
Yeah.
just walked you right into it. So, like I said before, we talked behind in the studio before. We interviewed your opponent last week, and we know, and I'm sure you know this, she has a background in jiu-jitsu as well. When you go into a fight, obviously this is your first fight, but when you go into a fight, most people try to study as much of their opponent as possible. But when you have a debut fight, it's very, very hard to do. So what have you been doing to prep specifically for this fight right now?
I mean, so yeah, a lot of people tend to like study their opponent. I don't ever. It's kind of backwards thinking, but I get in my head a lot. So what I do is I just focus on like what I'm good at, and I just try to like refine it and like, you know, try to like focus on my game and not necessarily on somebody else's game. Cause like at the end of the day, you want them to like, you know, you want to lead the fight. You want to lead it towards where you want to go.
Makes sense.
So that's kind of what I do.
I remember one of my first fights, I was backstage with a guy, and it's a dude, he was just standing there, stared at himself in the mirror, and I started washing my hands, and I was like, what are you doing? And he goes, I'm just telling myself to impose my will. He's like, you should probably impose your will out there too. And that just stayed with me. It was the weirdest thing though. But yeah, that was, you got to impose your own will and make them fight your fight, you know?
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Plus, like,
so,
Go ahead.
Muay Thai. So that's where my background is. Did you ramp up your Muay Thai and your striking for this?
Yes. I feel like I had, because I did that Tong Sudo, I have a background in standing. But yes, like we have an instructor who is like, he's pretty well rounded. So they just have us do everything. Like they have us do wall work, ground work, mixed, like boxing, a lot of head movement, like all that kind of stuff. So they just like push you until you just like legs give out. You're like, okay, like you're good. Or like, okay, you need to work on this. It's like, okay, we'll work on that.
I totally get that. We got a question from an audience member. What belt and what are your favorite submissions?
I'm a purple belt, and my favorite submission would probably be an armbar. Like I find those everywhere.
Do you? I'm gonna look out for it. I'm trying to make the event. I'm gonna try to be there. I should be picking up some tickets this weekend, so that should be dope. Here we go. So where do you fight out of? What gym do you fight out of? And what state and where?
I fight out of a gym called Proving Ground MMA. It's in Arizona, located in Surprise, if you're familiar with that area.
Yeah. He's not. Yeah. And here it is. But that's a girl, though. She just says, are you single? Asking for the guys on here.
I am single. Yeah. But I'm also not that into guys, so it's not like it benefits them to ask.
Oh. That's the best. That's the best thing that's happened all day. That's amazing. I love it. So, as far as your cardio goes, you said they just drill you until your legs give out. Is it strictly in the gym that you're getting your cardio in, or do you have outside exercises that you do to ramp up the cardio?
We have outside exercises to do as well, especially Saturdays. Like they're like Fridays, like our rest day, but then Saturday it's like, oh yeah, here's you go run 3 to 5 miles on top of doing like some Tabata exercises on top of doing like this, and it's like it gets you tired. I feel like I have really good cardio. I actually like started to like jujitsu more because of stand-up. Because they work so hard on my cardio, because like obviously you're giving everything, like you're taking shots, you're giving shots. So they built my cardio up even more. So it made me like jujitsu more, because I'm like, oh, this is easy. Like I don't have to worry about like you get more confident. Like, oh, I'm like, oh, I have my cardio. I'm gonna go for the crazy stuff now, because I have the confidence that, oh, if I do get caught or if I do mess up, like I have the stamina and the cardio to keep pushing. You know, that kind of like.
Are you doing anything about the nerves? Because I know a lot of people, that's what they worry about the most. A lot of fighters do. And that's my favorite question to ask is, how do you handle the nerves?
So I've been anxious all my life, so nervous is not something that is unfamiliar. But something for me, I'm very emotional. So something that helps me is I listen to like motivational speeches, and like I know that sometimes, you know, your heart and mind carry you through a fight more than your physical self. So I tend to like sharpen my mind. So like I do like listening to motivational speeches. I like to remind myself like why, like I find my own purpose, like why am I fighting? And then like remember like the support group I have around me, that everybody's like rooting for me, and like they're not here to watch me. Like, yes, ideally I want to win, but they're also like here to like watch me do something that I love and that I'm like good at. So that's kind of what helps me simmer down a little bit.
And have you found that love for it, or is the peer pressure fight?
It started off as peer pressure, but I feel like, like everything, the people that love you push you in the right direction or help you push you in the right direction. And I definitely fell in love with fighting just because of the growth that happens outside of the gym and as a person. Like, you're like, dang, like nobody else is like, nobody's driving me to practice. I have to drive myself to practice. Nobody's pushing me in practice. Like, I have to keep running. I have to put in those steps. I have to put in the punches. Like, I have to take the punches. Like, that's me. Like, you kind of show up for yourself. And like, growth. Like, I like that part. If nothing else from that, I have growth as a person.
And it translates into pretty much every other area of your life.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet like that. You'll start to see, an increased everything in everything else you do, like responsibility, like the way you think about things, especially doing, martial arts. There's a chess match, so you'd start putting that into the rest of your life. In sports, you said you play other sports. Do you still stick to those other sports?
Not really. I've done badminton. Okay.
I'm sorry. Did you say?
I didn't like volleyball, so I had to do badminton. But
you said badminton.
No. Yes. Yeah, and then I played soccer and I ran track. I dabbled in softball and I did play volleyball. That's why I know I didn't like it. But
yeah. I've never had anybody say badminton.
I know. I was
had
pretty good at
say tennis
it.
once. Yeah, I had somebody say tennis once, and I was like, tennis. I didn't see that coming, but yeah, badminton. Okay, because what I noticed is when you start training, that translates to other sports very, very well, especially the cardio.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, you're just blasting all over the place in other sports too. Yeah.
Yeah. Footwork too. Like my soccer, like I'm like, oh, okay. When we got foot drills at practice, I'm like, oh, okay, I got this. Like,
Yeah,
click,
it
click,
translates.
Click, click, click. Yeah.
Absolutely. As far as we talked about, you are starting to fall in love with it. This fight is your MMA debut out here in Phoenix. What direction are you thinking you're going with it right now? Like, are you starting to think about a pro career, or are you just strictly looking at an amateur career and you'll cross that when it gets there?
I mean, I'm open to everything, like literally. Something that I've always really wanted to do, which I kind of like, I guess I skipped a step. I want to do combat jujitsu so bad. Like,
what is that?
So combat jujitsu is jujitsu, but it's open palm striking. So it's like just smacks, and it's the rules are you can only hit each other like when you're on the ground or one of them is on the ground, but it's always open palm. And like if you check out Medusa or combat jujitsu, I'm pretty sure that's what they're under right now. Yeah, they have some pretty cool stuff. That's what I think I'd be.
And I've heard the name before. I've heard the name before, but I've never looked into it. I didn't really know what it was because I'm a striker. I do not like rolling around on the ground with people. So yeah, no, that's cool. Well, Myra, I appreciate having you on. I appreciate you giving us the time. Good luck in your fight. It's not this weekend, but next weekend.
Correct.
Awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Like I said, I'm looking for tickets because my daughter trains and everything, so she's like she's probably watching right now the show, and she's probably losing her mind because she gets to go see you fight right now. Yeah, she loves this stuff. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. You have appreciate having you on. You have a good night.
You too. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Real quick. Sorry. Do you want to shout out socials, anything like that?
Oh, well, you could, if anything, my Instagram, it's at my.diaz_. But that's it. Yeah. Thank you so much. This was fun.
Absolutely. You have a good day. We'll talk to you later.
You too. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Yeah, who'd I roll with? Who we talking about? Who is that? I don't remember that. Yeah, we got who is it? Yeah, Free Smoke and Crazy Legs in the house. So I know you guys should be popping on that on real quick. So jump in the live real quick. Click that link. Let's go. You guys are up. But while we wait on that, let's run through a couple things. Here's the merch. Wet on the Mexican merch. If you guys want to get the glasses, the t-shirts, the tank tops, that's a pillow. There's strategic places you can place that pillow for your girl. And then there's the link right there. And then also, if you have not checked it out, Locked In with Wero. I know a lot of you guys already know that show. Some of you don't. But yeah, it's a show kind of like this one, but I like to hop on and chop it up with fighters, get to know them a little bit. I've started doing little highlight videos with them and incorporating it into with the lives and everything. So that'll be pretty dope when more of those start dropping. And then for anybody else who does not know, these are our Street Beef branches. So Street Beefs West Coast, Street Beefs Dirty South, Street Beefs OG Yard, and the Scrap Yard. So all the branches have their own YouTubes. Click them, share them, like them, all that good stuff. So bring KT will be here in a minute, and we'll let him talk about the Smoke podcast. We're gonna plug that shit too. But here's Free Smoke.
Yo,
what up, man? So yep.
What's good?
Hold on. Yeah, Free Smoke is in. So I needed to let him know real quick that you in the chat. Oh, that's Street Beefs Scrapyard. I thought that would said Street Beefs West Coast, man, for some reason. I was reading it West Coast. No, it was not memory loss. What happened, though, I rolled with Fire Chicken one time, and I have 0 ground game. I've never trained anything on the fucking ground. And what had happened is Fire Chicken fucked with me for like 5 minutes and then choked me out. Like, he was just bullshitting, and then he was like, well, I guess I'll end it now. And then he choked me out. And it was pretty fun. I rolled with Anomaly for a minute, and he toyed with me as well, and then choked me out. So, good times. But
sounds like good times.
It is. You know, it was. Yeah. See, Fire Chicken agrees too. It was fun though. So yeah, I thought that said Street Beefs West Coast. I don't know why, because I think I saw both of them bouncing around in there. Maybe, possibly.
I mean, that would be Martin though, right? Usually.
Yeah, that's why when he said I rolled with you, and my mind went to West Coast, I'm like, wait a minute, I've never rolled with Martin before.
Martin hasn't rolled with Martin before.
Like, I rolled with him to the liquor store a couple times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Martin hasn't rolled with himself.
Yeah. So okay, while we got you in there right now, I told Crazy. Oh, Daniel, you in here, bro? Did you need something, my man? Okay, just checking. So, Free Smoke, while we got you in here right now, let's talk about. Actually, we'll wait for Crazy Legs to talk about you going up to Scrapyard. Talk about the August event. Plug that August event. Let us know. What do you got?
Well, I mean, shit. We just had the 2-year anniversary event at Scrapyard, which I was just at. You know, those anniversary events are kind of like a big deal to our branches. It kind of just celebrates us having another year of, you know, banging ass fights, new contenders, new champs, new people, new faces, you know. And we're going to celebrate a big one this time. This one's going to be at the Smoke Ranch. Location TBD or TVA, whatever it is. Yeah, man, we're trying to get a lot of good fighters. I'm trying to have around like 30 fights. We got Viking Warrior coming out from Scrapyard, Low Max coming out from the OG branch, and yeah, man, I'm trying to plug a few things. Maybe get like a food truck there, you know, photographers and whatnot. So it'll be something big, man. I'm trying to get it good for this one. So sign up while you guys can, man. Sign up is on the Facebook page. Just sign up. Make sure you gotta have a training video to get selected. And just keep engaging and try and get your name out there, man. And we'll try and get you on this event, man. It's one you're not going to want to miss. So let's get it.
Yep, I hear it's going to be a solid sized event. I signed up, but I haven't got picked yet, so we'll see what happens. How do we have? Are there any matchups announced right now? Because I know we've talked about Viking Warrior and 619. Is that for sure? For sure.
I don't know if that's for sure. I think the only matchup that I'm aware of that Martin announced so far was No Love and Walk Lobster for the title. They're gonna run it back for MMA, and then Lomac and Diesel are gonna do a beef fight. It's a fight that's been brewing for a while. Back when they were supposed to fight at BOK Prime, so they're gonna settle this one. Like I said, you know, Viking Warrior's coming out. We're not sure who he's gonna fight yet, and
Hey, hang tight. Let me add KT in here. KT, what's up, man?
What up?
What up with it? What up? What up?
So, yeah, KT is joining tonight because, hold on, I just accidentally started playing my music in my ear. Yeah, KT's joining tonight because 619 can't make it. Like I told you guys before, he announced, what was it? He talked last time about potentially being the boxing trainer at this gym he goes to, so that might be a thing for him. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, we might be moving the time frame for Wero the Mexican around a little bit, but we should be.
We can get Wero on the light skin if you get KT.
Wero on the light skin.
You know what I'm saying?
Wero in the dreadhead.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it'd be dope though if that did happen. If KT came on here more often, I'm setting up the podcast studio here soon, so he'll be able to pop in, and we can do it together sometimes. Because
That's what I was.
KT lives a mile from me, and it's
Live
convenient
around the
for
corner.
him, so I can lift goddamn pianos for his ass.
That was a fucking experience, huh?
Oh,
No,
Jesus
I was just
Christ.
around the corner looking at podcast gear and stuff because I thought I had more time before this. I was gonna go grab a new webcam and all sorts of shit. But yeah,
Grab
I'm
a
up
water.
Nope. So, yeah, KT, we're going to break down what you sipping on.
Dos Equis, but I just spilled it all over the fucking place.
I had a kid. I'm just drinking water because I am not drinking right now.
Yeah, I know. I tried to offer you a beer after that piano lift, and you were just like, "Nope."
Yeah, I'm like, I know a lot of people don't believe I'm legitimately not drinking. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know which one's harder to believe, that you're not drinking or us two lifted up a fucking piano up a flight of stairs.
Yeah, that shit was heavy, bro. That shit was dumb heavy. Yeah.
Which one of y'all got a piano in the first place?
KT did.
KT, Wero ain't got no business owning a
That's
piano.
that's what I was wondering. I'm like, what the
No.
fuck?
Fuck no.
KT did.
Yeah.
KT definitely did.
I can't. I don't have a musical bone in my body, like at all. Yeah. I mean, I can pair some music with a little video, but that's about it. That's all I got. Yeah, KT plays piano, bro, and he's pretty decent. He was banging and clanging on that fucking thing while I was there.
No,
Yeah.
KT's talented, man. He can rap too. Check him out.
I just kind of I learned how to play all of me on the piano in 4th grade, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd play
Fire.
those same keys over and over again in different fucking ways and tell myself I can play piano. So yeah,
Wait a
play
minute.
one song.
You had me lug that big ass fucking piano up there so you can remix the same song for the rest of
No,
the
not remix. Not
You
remix.
learning something else.
I take the notes that I know from the song, like F sharp and all that, and then I make my own sequence to it. So yeah, I
Okay.
make my own songs. Like if you told me to play a song that's like every piano player can play, couldn't do it. If you told me to play one of my songs, I can do you that.
Yeah. Okay, that's dope. I fuck with that. So, anyways, Smoke. We was talking about the Smoke Ranch, and we got
Thank you.
big event coming up, 2-year anniversary,
Yep.
and matchups. You said we have no idea who Viking Warrior is fighting, but I know
Not yet.
wasn't it? No,
Not yet. We're
He
thinking about it.
Didn't he pick? I thought that was set in stone.
I haven't heard any official.
No. Okay.
I'm still waiting to kind of see how it falls with that. I know Viking Warrior is only like 175, bro. I'm not trying to. If 619 is fucking 260, bro. I mean, why am I gonna do that?
Viking Warrior has been calling 619 out for months. Me, 619, everybody, man. He's 180, but he wants these fights. He wants the big name fights, and I mean,
Yeah, if he's coming
619's
out
not
and he
gonna hurt
wants
him.
it, we'll do it. But
yeah, 619 won't hurt him. It'll beat
You
him
know,
up a little bit, but he won't.
I
hurt
think
him.
if we're matching skill levels, you can put them up against each other, no problem. They got a
Absolutely.
good skill.
Easy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
yeah.
personally would have liked to see the El Coyote and Viking Warrior.
Ooh,
Personally, I would, but that's,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's not really up to me. At the end of the day, I got to still pass everything to these
What
guys.
is
Yeah,
Coyote?
we can't sleep on
He's
big
$172.
BDW either.
Oh, look, hey, it was announced last night if VW wants it.
Yeah, we can't sleep on BDW either because that motherfucker's boxing is getting real nice. So he's going to be another guy we got to talk about when these guys come to town.
Absolutely, but he just mentioned that he's down to like $160 or some shit right now, ain't he? And Coyote, what's Coyote at? 60 or 70? He's 62.
172.
172. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Let's see. Tank, you had a question there. Wero, now that you're training, does that mean you're sparring now as well? Yes, I will be sparring. I'll be setting up some sparring sessions with Prince KT probably next week. Speaking of which, because I don't know if you guys see the videos he posts, but that he comes over to my house and uses the hot box.
Yeah, it's the hot box.
Yeah, and right now it's just framed up. I don't have insulation or anything, so I'm getting insulation done tomorrow. So we're gonna put some insulation done tomorrow, and I'm gonna tack some drywall up there here in the next few days, and then we'll be rocking and rolling as far as
it'll be even cooler in there.
As far as sparring go, yeah, because it's 130 degrees during the day in that thing right now.
They got the air conditioning in there, but unless you're standing right next to it.
Yeah, you guys are right on top of that.
But it is a good place to spar, though.
Summer, so.
It's a good place to spar. You feel like you just got knocked out the whole time, and you're up on your last win. So it's all good. It's all good.
Feel like the sun whipped your ass for about a good hour.
I fucked up the last time before I sparred Ant, and I was hitting the bag and stuff, getting warmed up. I shouldn't even warmed up. I should have let the sparring be the warm up.
Tank, I saw that. I'll absolutely spar you. In fact, if you're August at that event, if you're there at the Smoke Ranch, we can spar. I'm sure the after party at your house, bro. Is the after party at your house? If it is, then we'll just spar at your house.
I've yet to be to a Vegas after party. I need to go.
Shit, I'll probably have a house by then too for the August.
And
event,
then
so we can break it in.
What else you say? Film a day at the Hot Box and post on Streetbeefs West Coast YouTube channel. We can make. When can we make that happen? So what I'm doing right now is I just went and picked up 2 more GoPros. By the way, shout out Zetro. Zetro. He was the guy who fought Jamie Box. He took an L against Jamie Box, but
he looked good.
Coolest fucking dude. Looked real good. He gave me 2 GoPros today. Just gave them to me.
Oh, just gave them.
So I have 5 GoPros now. I'm gonna hardwire all of them and run all the lines out to the to where they're supposed to be in the hot box in the gym itself, and I'll have probably one in the hot box filming the whole thing, and then one in the maybe 4 or 5 in the cage in various areas. And I bought a tiny little one of those little portable AC things that I'm gonna build a box around to keep the cameras cool. So I'm gonna mount it in there pretty
there
clean.
You go.
It should be pretty dope. We should be able to keep these things from overheating and getting it in, you know.
I already love the hot box. It's already dope. It's already my home there. I fucking love it. I love it.
You're welcome over here anytime. There is a group chat called Hotbox Sparring, so it's a lot of the guys around here. We will. I'll be hitting you guys up very soon. We'll be doing some sparring, and we'll
probably
live stream some of it. Yep.
It would probably be great to drop some film from the hot box because I'm only going to be doing MMA training and MMA sparring for a little bit. So before you guys see me in the cage, it'll be MMA in the hot box. So that'll be good. We'll watch that.
Yeah. Hey, Free Smoke, what you doing?
Am I back?
Yeah, he's gone back.
Okay, you good? All right. So the other man of the hour right here. By the way, what's up, TME? How you doing, homeboy?
My fucking phone was heating up, bro, so I had to put it on this ice pack.
So, gentlemen, before we get into this, can you hear us? Can you see us? You choppy, but we can see you.
I hear you. I see you.
Is he choppy to everybody else?
Yes.
Hold up.
Just in and out. He's good.
Yeah.
This happens. Free Smokes does this.
Okay. So, there he is.
Yo, can we hear me?
Good?
Can we hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Crazy Legs, can you hear us, bro?
Yeah, I hear you guys.
Dope. Okay, so before we get into this, what I'd like to do, since we got both of you guys, let you know, one, we have a recap video that was made, that Daniel made, and we also have punch counts and some stats for your fight.
Okay.
So
Razor thin.
What's up?
Until it comes, I said it was razor thin.
Yeah.
Until it comes to significant strikes.
Yeah, so you gonna just give it all away from the game?
God damn.
Just announce all that shit. You are not good at this. Like, build some suspense, homie.
I'm sorry.
God damn.
My fault.
So,
My fault.
you good. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play the recap video real quick. Run that shit, Daniel. Let's go.
Run it. Dun-dun.
Yep, and we can talk over. So, but we can't.
I don't even know if Daniel's. Oh, there you go.
Daniel's in.
Yeah, I can't see it. I can't see it.
Can't see the video?
No, I can't see the video.
No, it's okay. You lived it. You'll be fine.
Oh, now I see it. That was pretty slick.
A fucking sick fight.
Okay.
Fun
so
times.
before we get into it, I just want to say, one, we're going to show these stats. We're going to start out with the facts as we counted it. So KT went through the full video. I went through the full video. And then also, I just want to say that the most free smoke thing that I've ever seen Free Smoke do is do spinning shit while somebody else is doing spinning shit. Get hit in the back of the head and be like, bro, you hit me in the back of the head.
No, I was just letting it be known to the crowd that like Ray's right over my right by the back of my head. I'm like, bro.
That was very free.
Like,
that was very Free Smoke.
I saw that one
into a shot
and
they'd be like, bro.
I know, right?
So
I saw that one in slow-mo. I had to slow it down to see.
Here are the stats of this fight right here. I don't know if you guys understand how close that was. That's very, very close.
Razor.
And if you can't see it, we're going to go round one. Free Smoke landed 16 of 31 strikes, and he was 52% accurate. Crazy Legs landed 13 of 29, and he was 45% accurate. Second round, Free Smoke is at 16 of 28 for 57%, and then Crazy Legs is 21 of 38 for 55%. Then the third round, Free Smoke is 15 of 24 for 63%, and then Crazy Legs is 15 of 24 for 63%. So overall average, overall average, is going to be Free Smoke at 57% and Crazy Legs at 54%. Now, and I'm just going to go do my quick blurb real quick, and then KT can take it away. I had it about damn near dead even going into the third round. Okay, you guys both traded. You had some very, very good kicks landed. You had some very good punches landed. In the third round, I had it as Crazy Legs stepped up a little bit because he had a couple solid sweeps. Right. And I think he had, if I remember correctly, I can't remember what it was, but it was, I have the stats written down, but it was, I think, 3 sweeps to 1 as far as kicking somebody's legs out from under him. Because Crazy Legs, your cut kicks were phenomenal, like very, very well timed. And then the what else was it? The 3 unchecked leg kicks at the end of that third round, in
hurt
my
like
opinion,
a motherfucker.
and you could
Looked
tell
like it, too.
they wobbled.
Looked like it.
Hurt like
In
a
my
motherfucker,
opinion,
bro.
that's where Crazy Legs won the fight. It was pretty dead even though his shots were landing harder than Free Smoke's. Free Smoke was definitely touching Crazy Legs. He had a beautiful 1-2 combo. I think it was in the second round. Just pap pap. That was very, very clean. A couple nice knees. He definitely threw more knees than Crazy Legs. I had him down at like 3-1 on knees. But as far as who took that fight, if we have to choose a winner, it's Crazy Legs. He edged him out just barely, and in my opinion, those sweeps count a lot because those cut kicks are hard to land, and then those 3 unchecked leg kicks at the end.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up that, like, those 3 unchecked leg kicks, because like as third round was like going on, like I noticed Free Smoke was kind of like stepping up his game and shit, but like I noticed like my leg kicks were actually working, so I'm like, okay, I know I might lose this third round, so like if I want to win, I have to like start like going for the leg. Like he's not really checking them like that, so like that's why like you saw me just going for the 3 leg kicks right off the bat.
Good game plan.
Yeah, like solid. Even with those 2 sweeps that you landed, the kicks, I still had you guys pretty even because of his spinning back fist and that nice 1-2 that landed super clean. But those 3 unchecked leg kicks, I mean, barely edged it over. What you got, KT? You went through it as well, my man.
So my job today was to go through it frame by frame by frame by frame by frame, every little, you know what I mean? So what I saw was I was counting everybody's punches and everything, and Free Smoke a lot of the times was on the back foot, and Free Smoke does a real good job of setup punches. Some of them that he'll throw just to throw that don't land, which is for a lot of his misses, but his straights and stuff were more setup punches, you know what I mean? There was a couple of them that were like real big straights, but they weren't as Crazy Legs body shots were as Crazy Legs leg shots were. Like so the punch stats that we have there are me counting the total strikes in all. Every strike you guys threw. And there was a lot of times where both of you guys were throwing the same strike and hitting each other's glove and wrapped up and hugging. But there was the strikes that were clear is the ones I brought out there. And that's what I counted up from just the total strikes. But the significance of the strikes was definitely in Crazy Legs' favor throughout.
Motherfucker strong.
First and second round. First and second round for sure. And like we said, those 3 unchecked leg kicks. I even showed Wero in a video earlier. I had him there on the fucking paper in red
circle, bro.
Yeah, because I was like, they were big. They were fucking big. So yeah, it was about demeanor and who held themselves in the cage. And sometimes in street beefs, especially, we got to come down to that. Who are we saying? Who's holding themselves at this? And it was a great fucking fight. Now, when we come down to stats, it's like you look at that on a piece of paper and it's razor fucking thin.
Look at a piece of paper, it's very, very thin. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta watch it.
I want to touch base on what
I do too.
Fire Chicken just said. He said clinch knees shouldn't count though. It wasn't Muay Thai. Now,
that's like saying sweep shouldn't have counted because it's not Muay Thai. That doesn't make no sense.
You're not allowed to throw. From what I'm told, when Street Beefs does kickboxing match, because a lot of places do it differently, you can clinch for the first knee, but you have to let go for the second one. Right. Some places you can only do lunging knees when it comes to kickboxing. You can't clinch at all.
Well,
in the first round, it was Gim's fault. In the first round, it's Gim's fault. Yeah. I'm not gonna let this motherfucker go, bro. if the ref's not going to tell me to let him go, that's just not going to happen, bro.
With that being said, about the first knees allowed in the clinch,
so I just let it go.
A lot of the knee strikes they did throw were one knee strike and then push away, let go. It wasn't.
They had a couple. Streaks. Both of them had a couple where there were multiple though.
Back and forth. I seen more back and forth.
I think it was even. I don't think that should be a thing. And then Scorpio says, "What about when Free Smoke looked at Terrifier and had a little conversation?" Not gonna lie, funny as fuck. But if you got time to talk to the audience, then you're not doing enough though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how I'm looking at it. However, it's gold. Like it makes for a great fight to watch somebody talk shit. Like Mayweather's done it before. He talks shit to corners when he's fighting. It's
like Javante to Rolly's corner. Shut the fuck up. Boom.
Yeah. Javante does that too. Yeah. Like don't get me wrong, it's hilarious and it's amazing, but if you can talk to a corner, then you're obviously not doing enough. You know?
Yeah. I just think I could have let my hands go a little bit more, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the 1-2 was there, like you said, but I was hitting 1-2s and then I would jump out. You know what I'm saying? I was more like, you know, hitting and then jumping out where I could be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of just 1, 2 hop out. You know what I'm saying? Reset 1, 2 hop out. You know, shit like that is where I probably could have picked the pace up a little bit different and you know, changed the outcome.
Crazy Legs was doing a real good job of coming straight to your body first and then waiting for you to jump out and throw an overhand at you or throw a leg kick at you. Yeah. And that's where you were getting caught a lot of the times. And it was a more aggressive game plan for sure. He wasn't worried about stepping out until he was done punching. And I love that about that fight. Crazy Legs came out there and showed that he was ready to fight. And it's got to be hard going into their territory with the guy that's ready to fight, a guy on the outside yelling his ass off a bunch of shit to where he didn't even know what to do during his own fight. And then, you know, all that good stuff going on. Yeah, it had to be a hard thing. So how was that experience for you, bro? Yeah, I mean, out in the scrapyard.
The scrapyard is actually a dope ass setup, bro. I actually like it. It's pretty cool. The mosquitoes got me.
What do you mean actually? I've been saying that. I've been telling you that for a year. What do you mean actually? For a year, I've been like, bro, go Scrapyard is dope.
My biggest question about Scrapyard is that turf. How does that feel, especially for you, because you're a guy that's worked your feet inside this sand. You've worked your feet in the OG yard. But you were slipping out there. You was getting your legs kicked out. How is that turf for you, man? Is it a different feel?
No, it's not a different feel, bro. I honestly think the sand doesn't affect me, to be honest, and the turf, I kind of get a little bit more grip, I feel like.
Okay.
But you also do have that little bit more slip if you kind of like overthrow something at the same time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Slippery.
So
I just remember in football,
overthrow, you're gonna slip a little bit, but I mean, other than that, bro, if you're like controlled or whatever, you'll be all right for the most part.
I remember.
I don't know
football,
about MMA, but
turf sucked in football. I remember that for a fact.
I looked into it.
Terrifier came up, asked me for a pic, asked me for an autograph, you know what I'm saying, as soon as he saw me.
So, hey, if you get a chance to see that picture, Terrifier just walks up and steps on Free Smoke's toes, bro. And then puts his arm around this little dude and snaps a picture.
My boy's zooming in and
the
shit.
Funniest shit. I zoomed in on it, bro, with some Crocs. You know how alpha that shit is? You just walk up, hey, let me get a picture. Step on his foot.
He
and then
alphaed
take a picture.
you, huh?
That shit was so
And
dope.
then beat me. Man, he alphaed you. Man.
Tripping.
Hey, Terrifier had a
we
good
both
fight.
lost that day, bro.
I honestly thought Terrifier won his fight. I'm not gonna lie to you guys on this podcast. I thought he won his fight. But
I believe next week we're doing strike counts for that one.
Okay.
Come on,
okay.
KT. You just giving all the details, man.
I got the juice out here.
Just all
but no,
bro.
Gosh.
I want to get into
but overall, bro, experience of the scrapyard, fucking dope. All the people was really cool, man. You know, the crowd was loud as a motherfucker, bro. I could not hear Earthling 7. I could not hear Ugly Boy. I could not hear nobody. I just heard Terrifier's loud ass and everybody just roaring, bro. That shit was loud as fuck. Like,
because he got big ass lungs, bro. His lungs like this fucking
exactly.
Yeah,
all day long.
It was cool, man. I would go out there again for sure. Not in the winter, definitely the summer.
Yes. Look at that comment right there.
It's
the biggest leak in all of street. Yes.
Leak
KT. Praise leaks. Praise leaks. Leaky boy. It's a whole leaky boy. He just be dropping everything. Drop. I said, hey, can you do the strike counts? Boom. He was just sending that shit out to everybody. God damn, man. Like,
you want to see this? Right?
Why do we even have a show?
I'd be bored. That's the only thing I do.
Obviously. Play the piano. Learn the piano. Fuck it.
Right. Learn something.
Yeah, go learn the piano.
Get your mind off something. No,
learn some real songs and shit.
No, I wanted to get into fucking Crazy Legs though, because you guys were talking about how loud it was and everything. Crazy Legs, have you ever had a fight over there in the scrapyard that was about as loud as that? You know, the energy brought in. How was that for you?
Yeah, for sure. Like just about like every solo fight, like the energy is always just hype. Like there's people like just about jumping in the cage just to get into it with them. Like solos fights always it's a banger. It's always a crowd's favorite.
What is this right here, Crazy Legs? Who got kicked out of Scrapyard?
I think he's talking about Terrifier.
Oh, yeah, Terrifier.
Wow.
Terrifier's freaking out.
I can vouch for Steve, bro. He was sick as fuck, bro. He didn't respond to my messages for like 3 days, bro, after the event. Like, he was pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, I'm guessing Terrifier's freaking out because he lost and now he got into Steve and shit.
He's attached to the O. He's attached to the O.
Yeah, I think
like,
granted, I thought he won.
I think Terrifier. It doesn't matter.
One lost, like
but how you act's a whole different story. Yeah, how you act's a whole different story.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's hey, you know, Free Smoke or Fire Chicken. I hope you guys can work that out because Terrifier's not a bad dude. We will give him an award at the end of the year for being the corniest motherfucker in all of Street Beefs. However, I like him. He's cool, man. I think he was just in his feelings a little bit. Maybe you guys reach out and work it out. Everybody swallow their pride and see what they can do. You know, that's what Street Beefs is about. It's not about kicking people out. It's about bringing people together. Yeah,
for sure.
Well, breaking news, guys. Terrifier is kicked out.
Kicked out of 1 yard. Then they're kicked out of all.
I leaked that one, did I?
No. Man.
Yeah.
Here, and you know, back to Tank's comment. He says, "I feel if someone is kicked out of 1 yard, then they're kicked out of them all." I gotta say, you know what? I agree. However, if you can't get past it, you can't work it out in that 1 yard. I think it's on another yard because we're all Street Beefs to step in and at least try to mediate. You know what I mean? Like, let's try to mediate. Tank, maybe you reach out. I'll reach out. Anybody reach out and see if we can mediate that a little bit. Like, Terrifier's not a bad dude. He probably just blew a gasket on some shit.
Here, shit.
If
I could see that.
Yeah, if somebody else, if we have a lot of guys that get a lot of chances in Street Beefs.
Here, give him this though. He'll be all right.
You know, we got
several guys. Italian Tyson back in, bro.
Yeah, Italian Tyson's back in. I'm not gonna drop names, but Street Beefs West Coast has had some issues with probably a good 10, 12 fighters, and some of them come back. We talk it out and say, hey, this is how you need to behave. You know, this is how you need to handle yourself and hold yourself. And they eventually do.
Stupid.
You know, don't even start dropping names, Prince K. We don't. That's not. We ain't dropping names.
Zed is fucking dumbass comment. That's funny. I like that.
Yeah, what's he say? Nah, if you cabriolet, respect the host. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to Google cabriolet. I don't know what the fuck that means.
I have a pretty big vocab, and I don't know.
He meant Chevy.
I'm gonna assume he means cannot. If you meant Chevrolet. Oh, it was can't. It was just can't. Like, how the fuck does your shit autocorrect to cabriolet?
Oh, he said can't. It was can't.
Yeah, no, I saw that. That's what I said. And yes, I understand. If you can't respect the host, you respect of all of those Street Beefs. However, again, Street Beefs is about bringing people together over a common love of punching people in the face, not pushing them apart. Like, I just say, just reach out, man, and see. You guys have a honest conversation with each other and see where it goes. Like, you know, like I be getting pissed off at people all the time. Sometimes you got to swallow your pride a little bit and just talk to them. You know, and if they won't do it, then that's on them, and then they can be out. But, you know,
just tell him he'll never get a title shot again and see if he ever wants to fight again. And if he doesn't, then he wasn't here for Street Beefs. He was here for him.
I mean, I think we're all here for us a little bit, you know?
A little bit.
Yeah.
You gotta be for the cause.
Anyways, Crazy Legs, we just broke all that shit down on your fight, man. How do you feel about it? What do you got? You just cheesing right now. He just.
I'm reading messages. I'm reading messages.
He won the biggest fight of his career, man. I would be.
The biggest fight of my career, my guy. It was easy as fuck. But anyways, I'm reading messages. It's like Sunshine.
I'm saying you easy as fuck.
The emojis that Sunshine's are like putting.
Oh man.
Like, damn. Sunshine doesn't
bro,
like
that's
me.
fucking gold.
Like why don't you like me, Sunshine? First you rooting over Free Smoke beat me. Now you're rooting over Walk Lobster beat me. Like where's the right?
Yeah. Sunshine. It's Sunshine. It's not that she doesn't like you. She's just Street Beefs West Coast, fucking through and through, bro. Like she loves the West Coast. Not gonna lie.
We get the sunshine in the West Coast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how it be.
The sun shines bright on the West Coast.
But no,
Yes,
the comments for my fight though,
bro.
Like
everybody using cabriolet from now on.
But no comments for my fight. Like I told you my game plan going into that fight like days before, and like watching that fight, like I did my game plan. I did my game plan to the T.
You know what?
Like,
you ain't about to just have your hair down. Color.
Like it was a fun fight.
He showed up the best he ever looked.
Not really. Like,
Hey, let him
like you
talk,
said.
Smoke. Let him talk.
Yeah, come on, bro.
He put on a good fight.
And hey,
you know,
Like it was a good fight for sure, but like Free Smoke, you weren't as good as you said you were. Like I still didn't do everything I wanted to do. Kind of like irritates me. I had like so many kicks I wanted to like use on you that I didn't do. It like irritates me. But like I had a game plan to go with the leg kicks. I told Wero I was gonna go with the game. I was gonna go with the leg kicks. I went to the leg kicks. That would give me the game. That would give me the win. Was the leg kicks and going with the body.
Yeah.
Like, I had a game plan. My game plan didn't fail me.
it's a solid game plan.
and it's an easy game plan to read. Your name is literally Crazy Legs. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah, but everyone's worried about my. That's the problem. Everyone's worried about my leg.
digging in
Until they
ice.
see my hands.
Yeah. Free Smoke, because I had to mute you, bro. You was digging in that fucking ice loud as shit.
Yeah, I'm good now.
Okay, thanks for respecting the program. Appreciate you, fam. But yeah, okay, Free Smoke, your turn. And Crazy Legs, feel free to just chime in about how he sucks anytime, 'cause that's what he does.
I didn't even say that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I swear.
All right, go ahead. Free Smoke, how do you feel? The whole fight. What do you got, bro?
I mean, it was cool, bro. Like I said, I think Crazy Legs showed up the best he's ever looked. His cardio looked improved. You know what I'm saying? I know he said he was getting tired at the end, but his cardio looked improved. Dude looked good. Like I said, he's strong. You know, had a better his body combos back to the head was pretty solid. But yeah, man, overall it was a fun fight, bro. I mean, I would love to do it again. I also just wanted to know why he was saying that he would do 5 rounds of Muay Thai with Walk, but not with me. I was kind of confused with that.
I said I would Walk because Walk is starting shit, and like I know if I don't make it 5 rounds, he's not going to shut up about it. So like, let me just.
I should have just not shut the fuck up. God
I mean, maybe.
There was a confusion behind this fight that it was supposed to go 5-4 something more rounds.
I'm not sure about that confusion.
Fire Chicken said 4 on the last live. He said let's do 4. It was agreed upon.
It wasn't agreed upon.
Fire Chicken said it will be 4 rounds.
People had brought it up.
Fire Chicken literally said it will be 4 rounds.
No, it was agreed upon because we first bought at 5, and the Fire Chicken said, "No, we can't do 5 because Steven Monsoon's doing 5." But he said, "Okay, we could do 4 if you wanted to," but no one's ever said yes or no. It was never agreed upon. It was mentioned, but it was never agreed upon.
How do you feel that fight would have went in 4? I mean, you were declining. You were the one that was tired at the end of it. You put on a great fight to fight.
It would have been for sure a harder fight for me, but like it would probably went the same round for sure because like the harder I am, the harder I hit. So like if he's saying I hit hard now, like I'll hit hard, even harder while I'm tired.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real, Crazy Legs. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but
that shit don't make sense, bro.
I didn't want to be.
When I started to get tired, I hit harder.
Bagging on somebody.
It does because like when I'm full energy, like I go for speed. Like that power is just my.
Let's put it like this for you, Wero. He was dead tired at the end of the 3rd round, but he got 3 good leg kicks in there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
heart will come out. He hits harder. I get what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
That heart.
Let me read this comment. Crazy Legs, asses free smoke skill to your past.
That's how I read it too.
Yeah,
What?
that's exactly how I read it. Asses.
Wait, what?
He said assess.
Asses?
How did free smoke compare to some of your previous opponents? Did he land anything you didn't see coming?
Yeah. No, like for sure, all his leg kicks were like I saw him like at least 3 seconds before he went through them. Like all your spin kicks, you're throwing spin kicks. Yeah, for sure. We'll have a rematch for sure. Like when I have the time, I'll come down West Coast and rematch him. Shit, after I'm done with Walk Lobster. Cool. Like all his leg kicks, you're kicking someone who loves to like just spin, just to spin. Like I saw that shit happening before you even did it.
Yeah.
Like but no, for sure. Like he's free smoke for sure better at West Coast. It landed because it landed by still trading something. Like
there's that one kick where you guys both span at the same time. You kicked him in the leg, he kicked you in the.
I kicked him in the ass. Yeah,
got you good in the head.
Yes.
Yeah, you caught him under that. You caught him under that rear leg.
Yeah,
if you look back at it, he threw that like at least 2 seconds before I threw that.
Yeah, I can't believe that I even tried that in the fight, bro.
How did that fucking happen?
I'd only been like trying that shit. Like I think I sent that to like my group chat like maybe like a week or two before the fight. Like I had just barely been trying it. I don't even know how I pulled it out or why I pulled it out, but it was cool.
It's all good. You try it.
Now I know I can at least like move and like get it up there. So I'll be all right.
Yeah, you try. You just gotta get faster. You just gotta pull it out faster. That's all it is.
Bro, you motherfucker! All of y'all are gonna have cabriolet fucking trending tomorrow. Nobody's gonna want to know what
cabriolet. Like what the hell?
Cabriolet.
Yeah.
Shout out Fire Chicken for the new word.
Right? For the new word everybody's going to be using. Yeah. Yeah,
but no,
so...
for sure. Free Smoke is sure like one of the better fighters like I had fought so far. Like I for sure want to rematch Brickhouse and on a brick wall, see how I compare to him now. Because like when I fought him way back when, I wasn't ready for him, and like he completely destroyed me. So like,
that was a very tough fight for you. What about the African? Are you interested? Is he still fighting? I haven't seen him around.
No, as far as I know, the African right now is doing mostly Brazilian jiu-jitsu right now. So I'm not sure if he's like fighting right now.
Because that was a tough ass fight for you. Yeah. Too. That's just a tough dude everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. He's a tough dude. The African.
Who was it?
The African.
The African. He was a tough individual. Yeah, he was a tough individual.
Yeah. That was like my second fight in. I like for sure wasn't ready for it. So I was like just throwing whatever I could at him.
Yes.
Free Smoke. Now that you're finished with that fight, is the Patty Pimblett in you coming out again? Like, are we looking at Fat Smoke in the making again? Like, you're gonna be about 182 coming into your next one? What do we got?
Nah, I'm not gonna balloon up, bro. I don't want to have to lose 20 pounds again, bro. I'm not gonna balloon up. Yeah, I'm gonna stay around my weight class. I'm gonna stay active, so I'll be back in August, and then probably USMTO in September if you know what I'm saying, everything goes good in August. So,
but next summer you'll be like 170 though, right?
Yeah, I actually be fucking jacked, bro. TRT Smoke.
Enjoy. I don't even care. Do it. Get it, big dog.
TRT Smoke.
Yeah, TRT Smoke. He's gonna be 185, just yoked.
Fucking yoked.
Hell yeah, with the fakest comb over we've ever seen, bro.
It's gonna
be clean, bro.
I seen that comment on fucking Fire Chicken's status, bro.
Bro, for real, I don't think I've ever seen Crazy Legs in real clothes, bro.
He said,
"My guy, I don't own like clothes like that. Like even at work, I'm wearing onesie,
bro. So I don't own clothes like that. Like that. I don't own clothes like that.
Like my work situation, like literally had to fight people for like, because they're like, you gotta stop coming to work wearing a onesie. I'm just like, it's not against the work policy. It's not like, show me where
it is.
Bro,
shut the fuck up.
Show me where it is.
Where do you work that you show up in a onesie?
I still make some warehouse work, so like it's not.
I was gonna say,
so you go work. So you go work in a warehouse in a onesie.
Yeah, my guy, it'd be cold as fuck.
And it's a unicorn onesie, right?
Yep. It'd be cold as fuck.
That's so fucking dope.
I know. Like you understand, I'm trying to that's life.
Here's a good question. Crazy Legs. What adjustments could Free Smoke make that would give you the most problems in the rematch? Would it be more strength and conditioning, pace, game plan, or a more hands-focused fight?
If it's straight Muay Thai.
What are we talking about? Did you not see the next comment down, bro? He owns a lot of thongs. What you doing with thongs, Crazy Legs? Come on, man.
I'm raving, my guy. I'm partying. Like I party in dom.
Yeah, if you take a thong, but
check out my IG. Check out my IG.
I don't want to.
Damn, bro. I lost to a guy that fucking party in thongs, bro. That's crazy.
You lucky I didn't wear in our fight. You lucky.
You lucky.
There's always the rematch.
I was lucky.
Yeah, there's always the rematch.
Fight. Wow.
But no, for that question you asked me, where probably the tips I'll give Free Smoke is probably for sure apply more pressure on me when he can, and just not fucking
stand there.
Make his not stand there, just not make his kick so obvious. Like I can just read it, like I can just tell what he was going to do before
use
he did
my
it.
hands to set up kicks.
Yeah, for sure.
You be telegraphing shit left and right.
Yeah, don't telegraph your
But
kicks
does
so
it
often.
land?
No, I just watched the whole fucking
it
fight.
does.
Almost nothing land. You had like 4 strikes land.
Yeah, the total
Okay, so
strike
now we're
count
gonna forget
compared
the
to
punch count.
significant strike count, like the total strike count was you landed a whole bunch of like little strikes, but whenever it comes to significant, like it looks like a completely different
Like
fight.
actually, okay, so I did the count of actual strikes that landed clean. That means they did not get blocked, they didn't get checked, they weren't even remotely close.
Yeah, they
They landed. They
popped.
solid landed. Free Smoke, you landed 7 punches, 8 kicks, and 3 knees. And those are clean. Whether they were hard or not, one of those knees I gave it to you, even though it didn't look like it was super hard, but it did connect. Crazy Legs, you landed 6 punches, 16 kicks, and 1 knee. So he outlanded you by double when it came to kicks.
It was the leg kicks for sure, but
It was
body
definitely
shots.
the leg kicks that made
It's
all
in the name. It's in the name.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I didn't even give Crazy Legs a lot of those body shots because Free Smoke did get his arms in there to tangle him up on the way several times. So a lot of them were mostly checked, but there were a couple of them that landed pretty solid. There were.
Yeah, I think you got like 2 or so through that, like really actually like I could
2.
feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he did. He squeezed enough through for sure. And there was one you caught a kick of his.
Yeah, it was one of his high kicks.
And it jarred. It popped your neck back, like it jarred you. I played that bitch in slow motion because it was. I was like, okay, do I?
Oh, the one he
Because
caught
I didn't
in
know
the
if I
armpit?
should count it. Yeah, I didn't know if I should count that as a strike. But when I saw your body shoot forward, but your neck snaps backwards. Like if you just caught it and stood there.
Here's what I did for
your
that.
neck pops backwards. Yeah.
Here's what I did for that. I looked at it, and then I played it very
So then what about
slow,
my
and then I
question mark
paused
kick?
it. And as soon as I saw that Crazy Legs' foot was actually on his body, I counted it as a kick. That's how I was like, okay. So it was too late. Just a little bit.
Are you talking
too
about
late.
your head kick, Free Smoke, where you did that head kick?
The question mark kick, the slow motion one.
Oh no, I counted that. Toes to
I
the
think
face.
it was. I don't even remember what fucking round it was, to be honest. But
I think it was second.
Yeah,
there was one. Are you talking about the I can't remember if it was question mark kick or not, but I think it was just a basic roundhouse, and it went over his head. It looks like it catches him, but I played it in slow motion. His hand comes up. You know what? Actually, I think I have it.
No, there's one right at the
see.
beginning of the second. He's down. His left hand is down. Toes are pretty much right
I
on.
threw one in the
right
I threw one
here.
in the first that like kind of went through. It was like just toes. That's the one where he had his hand up. I think the second one is where I got him. But
It's at the beginning of the second round because I remember I was having trouble with that one.
I think they said it was like 352 or some shit.
That's the hardest. That's the hardest part about these going frame for frame and everything is figuring out when you guys are throwing setup punches, when you guys are feinting and it's not a full motion, and if I'm pressing pause too much, and then finding where contact is made. That's the hardest part about the stat for stat.
Yeah, so I have it right here, and I have it. We can do in slow motion if you guys want to see it. I'll share this screen right here.
We're talking about the same one.
Yeah, exactly. If we're
yeah,
talking
just
about
to
the
make
same one.
All right. Can you guys see that? So can you guys all see that?
I can see it down here.
Yeah, I'm on the ground. I look dead.
Oh no, this ain't the one.
So that's the one where he did this one.
No,
That's
this ain't
the one where he does that
No,
one.
That's
I know.
real
Hold
quick.
on. We're getting to it. So that's where he. Now I did not give Free Smoke a kick on this one because it doesn't land.
Yeah, because like that kick, it went over my
play
shoulder.
it in slow motion, it goes over his shoulder. And then as he sweeps you, it drops on his back from gravity. So that kick does not land.
Okay.
So
but that's not a question.
This right here,
that's
this
a
is
question mark kick.
So now watch. If you watch in slow motion, see his arm pushing your leg up.
Look where his toes are.
After.
Even if you listen and look at Free Smoke's front 3 toes right there, think of it as a hand
foot,
knuckle.
Bro, is right on face.
His 3 toes, dude.
The whole foot is
there.
not on his face. You can literally see it. It's not touching. It's on his. He
does it have to
pushes
be
it
a whole
off.
foot to
At best, it's scraping my face. At best.
Yeah, at best a toe scraped the back of his head. I did not count that.
Okay,
you know what I mean? It looks like it lands, but if you watch,
bro, play that one where I caught the kick, bro. Because if you said that's gonna count, bro, but you can't count the question mark kick, that makes no sense to me. I'm not even gonna count this, bro.
No, I'll tell, and I understand. I'll tell you why. Watch this kick land. Watch your neck right there. Watch your head. See how your head?
Arm.
No. See how your head snaps?
Right there.
I'm turning away, yes, to catch the kick.
Yeah, he's turning away right
there.
there.
To catch the kick.
Here's where I'm at.
Watch it now. Watch. Boom. If you watch your face, you react to that.
Here's where
you
I'm
react
at
to it right there. Yeah, you crunch your eyes and your face up, and it snaps your body. And it's honestly one kick, so we can take that away. He's still almost still double.
Thank you.
Here's where I'm at with it, though.
Thank you, Coda.
Same thing with Crazy Legs because he turned his head even though his arm came up. You know.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw,
homie.
As soon as I saw a contact point, you know, as soon as I saw, even if it was just a toe hitting his face, as soon as I saw a contact point,
and that's facts.
Okay, it's a contact.
If Coda said it's going to connect, I'm going to trust Coda's opinion. I'm not going to.
That's how I did. So the same thing with the body kick. I didn't know if it was blocked or caught. So as soon as I saw a contact point, I called it as a body kick. You know what I mean?
You can't count somebody. You can't count him hitting me as that if I'm catching a fucking kick. If you're not gonna count me clearly landing a question mark kick, in my opinion, which is not a big fucking deal. This is just like
because if we look,
you know what?
We're talking about races, but
if we look where you're at right now, if you look where you're at right now on the video, whenever his foot lands, even though his arm is up and he's gonna push up, he turns his head down like it's a snappy motion. It's because of the momentum of the kick. And
he was moving his head out of the way.
And if you listen to
it, he moved. No, I did. I listened to it. I played it in slow motion. I slowed the audio down on every one of those questionable strikes. I listened to it.
But the same thing for Free Smoke. He catches the kick.
When we were in person, but
he catches the kick as soon as it's a contact.
You know what? Right? Crazy Legs. Did that kick land to your head?
If it did, I didn't feel it.
Okay,
it was definitely great.
But I don't know. It's all right. We're not gonna like. It's not a big fucking deal. I'm just saying, like, it just makes no sense. It just makes no sense to count something that I caught as a kick and me like I'm going like this.
Then I'll count both of them.
A question.
Then I'll count both of them.
It's not a big deal.
Both of them.
Like I said,
it's still 9-17. We'll count both of them.
Yeah,
still 9-17 on kicks.
I can say where Free Smoke's coming from. So either because. When Free Smoke caught that, I think he turned his head because he was anticipating one of those big right hands coming that kept coming after the leg kicks and body shots. So I think he was moving out.
But what happens is he catches that kick. He takes the full brunt of that kick. Crazy Legs redirected that. He redirected that kick. That momentum didn't stop. There's no real contact point. That momentum didn't stop. He just redirected it, and he gets his head out of the way. He moves his head. It doesn't hit his head. You know what I mean? Like, if he'd have landed that kick solid, he'd remember it. He'd be like, yeah, you kicked me in the fucking head right there.
Right, like he kicked him. But again... Okay, so how do they... This is where my knowledge needs to be better. How would they score that in kickboxing if you did catch somebody's kick with your armpit? Right? Does it count as a body kick still?
So you can't catch kicks in kickboxing, bro. You can catch them, but you have to let go. You can't catch them and strike. You can't catch them and sweep. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold on to the fucking leg, is what I'm saying.
But if you catch it, does it count as a strike?
I'd have to like block them. You know what I'm saying?
In kickboxing, no, it's illegal. You can't do it. However, you can sweep and redirect it. Like you could scoop it and toss it.
I'm just saying,
you can't catch it. You can't
if it just happened like how it just so either way it counts as a strike because you can't do that.
And that's a kickboxing match and not a Muay Thai match. Yeah, so that's a kickboxing match and not a Muay Thai match. So technically you're not allowed to do that anyway to catch the
So
kick.
it counts
there's
as a strike.
It counts as a strike.
There you go. That's a good way of looking at it.
However, the way I look at things is if you're throwing something at somebody and their body stops the momentum of that strike and it's not a check, so if they're not checking it with a knee or checking it with an arm and it lands, that's a hit. If Free Smoke threw and that glided over his head and went all the way around and he helped redirect it, it did not strike his head. Like you can play back and watch it in slow motion.
I played it in frame, stopped in slow motion, and I swear, if you look at those, I'm about to pull my foot out on camera. Think of my hand.
Yeah.
If you look at these front three, man. These front three hit because his foot is folded like this. You know what I mean? On contact. So it had to have swiped a little bit. I don't know how they count those. If it swipes, if it grazes, I mean, it wasn't clean contact for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, I've always...
I said, it is what it is, really. But
Yeah, I mean, it is.
But yeah.
But just an inch away, Free Smoke. You were right there, man. Just one.
Yeah, like, you got a lot close hits for sure.
Muay Thai is something different, though, because, you know what I'm saying? If I catch you taking Muay Thai, I can fucking dump you. I can boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Just touch you up while I got it.
When I was
catching a kick in Muay Thai is a good thing.
When I was watching this fight, I was honestly confused because I thought it was a Muay Thai fight. I just haven't been paying much attention. And I was like, why isn't Free Smoke throwing elbows, knees, all this? And then finally I got informed on the rule set, and I was like, oh. Did you feel like that took away from your game at all, Free? I mean, obviously you're saying if it was Muay Thai, but how did that take away from your game? Kickboxing.
I think Crazy Legs would still do good in the Muay Thai match. I just think that you saw how fucking small I was compared to Crazy Legs. Not like he's like fucking some huge 205er and I'm like a 150 pounder. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just like 10 pounds, 12, whatever it was.
He was actually the weight that you lost for the fight.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. And you could see, like,
Crazy
you know
Legs
he's a strong dude.
Yeah.
He's a strong dude. So like even in the clinch, I still felt stronger than him in the
guy.
clinch. And that's just me. I think knowing the clinch and knowing how to maneuver the clinch. So I just felt like it would be a whole different thing in that because I could use my clinch. You know what I'm saying? I could dump him. I could use my elbows. I could knee. It's a lot of different things you bring into it. That's like, you know, saying someone couldn't do better if they boxed and they went into fucking, you know, kickboxing or MMA or something. You'd say that because their tools are just, the tools they use aren't there, bro.
Yeah, you definitely have a little bit different skill set.
Well, I bet.
Yeah, it's a different skill set that I use in Muay Thai compared to like boxing and kickboxing, like pure kickboxing. But definitely like elements of my game I got to work on, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to adjust those.
It's okay, Free Smoke. That was for the culture. You just got to chalk it up for the culture for Crazy Legs.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. My boy came to fucking work, bro.
I told you days before I'm coming for war. Like,
yeah, he did. He messaged me.
He heard that Wakanda, that Black Panther 2 is coming out soon.
Because they don't show who Black Panther is. Crazy Legs like, it's me.
You already know. Got the suit in.
You got the Dillinger hair and all that.
Bro, you should have showed it. Your next fight, get a Black Panther onesie, bro. Do it.
But we already got a Black Panther fighter, so like they'll hear him off too.
Do it and fight.
Show him up. Bro, they got somebody named
the label
Oni
just
out
say
there,
Crazy
bro.
Legs.
I said that's disrespectful.
Great fight. No, Razor was a great fight.
Both of your stock went up either way.
It definitely looked different on the live than it looked over their videos, which shout out Scrapyard for the quality they got out there, man. They got some quality videos.
They're definitely, when it comes to the videos they drop, they're definitely leading the pack.
Hey, that's all Fire Chicken too, huh?
Yeah.
He puts edits, he does everything. Yep.
Gets them out there fast.
The edit looks hella cool too, man. I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty dope. I like how he did the Scrapyard logo and then intertwined, like faded it to the Streetbeefs West Coast logo. That shit was pretty hard.
That was
yeah, it's pretty dope, man. It's pretty dope. Looks pretty fire. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for letting us come back to the crib and turn up, man.
Bro, he got a nice little spot to party at, man.
Yeah, I said it reminded me of going to Virginia when we went to go fight out in West Virginia.
Right.
For the OG yard, like just the area, it's like wooded and shit, hella
Very
trees,
wooded,
like big little area.
We ain't used to that shit out here in the desert, bro.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Those bugs were killing me, dog. My fucking legs are lit up.
Yeah, there's only one kind of trees we got out here.
Cactus.
Real talk.
Free smoke on all I'm talking about. So
yeah, we
Crazy Legs, when you coming out, bro? When you coming to the West Coast?
I'm gonna be out there in December for sure for that walk lobster fight for sure.
Hell yeah!
But,
and you're coming. Hell yeah! You're coming to the Hot Box out here in Arizona, huh?
Yeah, probably down there.
Hell yeah,
after that, I'll let you know because like I'm down to have that multi fight.
Arizona, December, KT's birthday month is just perfect, huh?
Like he thinks he's gonna have an
anniversary is mine.
Like he's not gonna have an advantage when it comes to kickboxing. I mean, when it comes to Muay Thai because I'm joining Muay Thai gym in like Mayara Diaz, so I'm gonna have that spirit.
So does that mean you'll?
I'm gonna have that spirit.
I like it. I like it. Woo! Free smoke. He said he gonna come back and beat the shit out of you this time. That's what I heard.
I have too many tools in my boxing Muay Thai. But like I said, he beat me in kickboxing, so like I said, I can't really say much right now. You know what I'm saying? I just have to really do it if it happens.
Yeah.
We got a lot of the comments weighing in on that kick to the body now.
Yeah, what Coda say? Coda said, yeah, Glenn, but Wero's right on that. By the way, everybody, it's Wero, not Wero. Right on that kick, connecting. To be honest, Smoke didn't step outside of the power, so it displaced him.
Yeah, Gash in the comments.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Gash.
Gash was hella cool. Gash was
crazy leg kick,
man.
Gash cool as shit, man.
Get out there.
Gash super fucking cool.
Crazy leg kicks.
She does her thing, bro.
Hate catching kicks because the kick still lands and can still hurt.
We'll put it up there. Yeah.
So with that being said,
like when you catch kicks, you kind of gotta move, like step to the side with them and then catch them. So you kind of like you alleviate the blow when you're stepping to the side with them to catch.
I prefer just slinging them away because if you can throw them and you can throw somebody off balance, as long as you throw towards the ground so they don't just do a 360, you can use that.
So I've learned,
because you can throw a kick right away to return.
I've learned from a couple different people. Some people will tell me to full on put your leg up and check the kick. Some people will tell me try to get your foot out the way. Some people will tell me swipe. Which one do y'all find is the best for kickboxing, at least?
The
checking
least
is
amount of
always
contact,
the way to go.
I say evading.
Type of kick.
Evade?
Evade.
Well, you were the person that told me to evade.
Yeah.
I knew
if you have footwork to do it, always evade first. But the check is probably going to be your most used weapon because they're always going to be in close range. So when they hit you, it's going to fucking hurt still to check, but it's going to hurt them more being checked. You know what I'm saying? So that's why
you check properly.
You got to hit him. You got to hit him with the knee, man.
So we looking at
honestly, me and Crazy Legs both threw fucking checking leg kicks out the window. I don't know what happens. I don't know why I go into all my fights and I just forget how to check for some reason.
Checking his. Also checking my kick.
I forget how to check for some reason when I get in there. It makes no fucking sense.
So I don't know if you guys are big UFC fans, but being the fighters you are, if you look at I know Smoke is. If you look at fights like the Sean O'Malley Pedro Munoz fight, and you're seeing a fight that's scored off leg kicks and all these checks and stuff go on, how do you guys look at fights like that? Do you count these checks the way that MMA judges have been doing it nowadays? You know,
how I see it is that you get points and you get points for scoring on offense. You don't get points for like defending a takedown. You don't get points for like, defending a kick. You know what I'm saying? Those aren't scored. They people score a fight for offense. People score a fight for, you know what I'm saying, fucking your opponent up, inflicting damage, shit like that. It's not they're not giving you points for being on the defense. Just because you block something doesn't mean it's like, hey, let me give him a point because he blocked it. No, bro, it's let me give the other guy a point because he's pressing him and he's throwing that shit hard and he's trying to get it.
If the check is definitely hurting the other guy, if he's getting hurt, getting his
unless he breaks his fucking leg or something like that, you know what I mean? Like it's probably not going to be counted like for a point. They're never going to score defense for a person. You know what I'm saying? They're never going to do that. So people usually that like are moving back or people that. You know what I'm saying?
So Weto's right. Evade that.
Sometimes they lose fights like that because they wait.
So Weto's completely right.
Going off what you just mentioned right now, that kind of like brings up the problem what happened the fight before Free Smoke fight, like with Mr. Wu. Like he was just throwing a shitload of leg kicks at me, and like I was checking just about most of them. Like people are like arguing me saying I lost that fight, but like all his leg kicks, like I checked them, like they weren't they weren't slowing me down. They weren't like really damaging me. I was just checking them, and like I was like throwing my counters after that. But like the comments are saying that like he beat me because like he was just fucking on my leg, even though I was checking him. Like should that count as those points count?
No, so they're counting it because he's moving forward the whole time and just you're always walking back. That's
moving forward, but like those kicks aren't affecting me.
That's what watching combat sports forever has taught me, is that usually the one that's moving back and the one that's not marching forward is usually going to lose that round if there's not enough offense to be scored.
Correct.
Yeah.
Also, another thing when it comes to leg kicks, even if you're checking them, if it does enough damage to take power away from your approach, or like one of the things I say about guys with heavy hands, if you're doing Muay Thai against a guy who's got heavy hands, you chop his legs out from under.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that, his leg kicks, like they weren't taking anything from my power.
But if you're checking a lot of leg kicks and it shows, and you're going and you're not as fast on your feet as you were, or however it damages you, then yes, those count. If you're checking them and it's blatantly not being shown, nothing's happening, but you're checking them, and nobody's showing anything, then no, I don't count. Because I go damage, like Ash said. I look at damage. How much damage are you doing to your opponent?
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a get out the way then for me, because get out the way sounds like the safest route to not get it.
Yeah, that's the same way.
That's how I kind of saw my fight.
Yeah,
that's how I kind of saw my fight with Mr. Will. Like I was checking for sure, checking all his kicks, but like they weren't slowing me down. They weren't really damaging me. Like I could do anything I wanted to do without like worrying about it's gonna slow me down. It was just something that was there that I'd be worried about, but it wasn't like affecting me like that.
I could see it, because if you're a novice, right, and you're just a guy that sits at home and plays UFC 4 all day long, there's leg kicks in there where you could be hurting the guy, or you could throw a leg kick and he checks it and your leg is breaking. And then all of a sudden you're done. So I'm just like, yo, how do they really score these things? How do you, because I think it's broken. I think it is broken the way they're scoring it, but it would have to come from fighters to figure out how you should score it. And you damage, but all at the same time, best way to not get it scored against you is get out the way.
I mean, honestly, I got to disagree with Dakota. I mean, that's an option. However, I'm going to go with Crazy Legs. I've always been a cut kick guy. Like, I love landing cut kicks in fights. If I see it come, and if you're going to telegraph that, if you're not going to set it up with anything and make me try to figure out when you're going to throw that kick, I'm going for a cut kick. Like, I'm going to try to drill that, whatever leg you're standing on, I'm going to try to drill it as hard as I can with a lead or a rear leg. But stepping in to punch them, maybe. But that cut kick, that keeps people from trying to kick you.
I like the cut kick, because just taking someone's legs right out from under them while they're trying to get fancy with it just looks sick.
It looks awesome. It's really cool. What do you think, Crazy Legs? Is it awesome just kicking people's legs?
Yeah, it's fun. Like,
it's fun, bro.
Kicking people brings joy to my heart. Like, you guys don't understand.
Yeah. And I do understand. You said that in a Locked In episode. Like, that's a thing that you say.
Like,
which your highlight, your little.
It's been my thing since like junior high. Like, just like, there's just people who like knew me like since like I was little, who like just remembers me just running down the hallway, just jump kicking someone and just running out. Like, you're not gonna catch me.
Y'all fight makes me happy. Happy that my knee's a titanium rod, because these kicks look deadly.
Dakota's not wrong. When you're 5'2", you get inside, you need to do everything you can to stay inside. He got to put a lot of work in to get inside. That's 8.
Dakota's knowledge of the game is so freaking elite. Wow. Angle the kick down and kick the ankle hard if someone is trying to check.
Yeah, gadget. Angle the kick down and kick.
It'll still probably hurt you, but sure. Yeah. I just probably wouldn't kick.
Yeah, and
because
you can sweep their other leg
go
out
up,
too,
like
for sure.
Like fake low inside, go switch high or something like that, or switch body.
Yeah.
But
yeah, y'all speaking foreign language to me right now. You know what I go do? I throw my hands a whole bunch, and then I throw a wild ass kick, and then I figure it out.
You get up on the fucking ropes, and you do a fucking swanton bomb.
Yeah, bro. I do that too.
We gonna learn you. We gonna have you over here at the hot box sparring here in a bit. We gonna learn.
Yeah, I know it. I know it.
What all that shit is. Yep. Gentlemen, I appreciate you guys being on, man. I appreciate you guys being cool. We're breaking down the fight and everything and chopping it up.
That's for sure.
You guys have a good night, and trying to shout out socials or anything? Plug anything?
Yeah, follow me
Legs.
at crazy_legs147. That's my IG. If you want to see me in dongs and just like out raving, doing more than fighting. Yeah, follow me out.
Right
Like,
now. Follow him right now.
it's a fun trip. Like you'll see some fun stuff.
Hell yeah! All right, guys. Everybody have a good night.
Bye-bye.
KT, appreciate you filling in, homeboy. Thank you, sir.
No problem, man. I'm going to get to my activities today. And it's going to be a good one.
Yeah. That's
All
a wrap
right.
for KT. You done got too high. Shout out to everybody who was in the in the chat and everything, chopping it up, man. We appreciate you guys. Once again, check out the merch. We forgot to talk about the smoke podcast.
Yeah, tune into the motherfucking smoke, man. That's where it all go down.
Who's on it with you? Tell them who
man,
is.
the smoke. You got Island Strong. We got Perks the Amenity, upcoming rapper out here in AZ. We got me, of course, with the dreadhead. We got Free Smoke. Man, we be breaking down fights. It'll be street beast fights, UFC fights. We break down new music. So if you're an artist and you're on these pages, go ahead and send your music into me, and we'll break that down. We break down pretty much everything. If there's a new news story that comes out, if Johnny Depp gets beat up by Amber Heard, we're talking about it. So go ahead and go follow the smoke.
All right, homeboy. And also locked in with Wero. We run that shit too. It's dope. All right. Let's see. Oh, show the merch again. There you go, homie. And we will we'll see about dropping that link in the it should be in the YouTube comments or something. We'll figure something out. So all right, you guys have a good night, man. Hold on. And it's right. Hang tight. Here we go. Hold on. There it is. Later.